Alright everyone, welcome back to Crypto Labs News. We've got some huge XRP news today, and this one matters because it's all about real-world adoption. That's where the real value for XRP comes from. Actual companies, banks, and even governments using it in day-to-day operations. The more of these deals roll out, the more demand there is for XRP. And remember, whenever a new corporation, bank, or government signs on with Ripple, not only do they need XRP to run the system, but usually the employees of those companies start opening wallets and getting exposure too. That ripple effect, no pun intended, is why adoption equals higher long-term value. So, if you hold XRP, type XRP in the comments. Let's see how many of you are locked in, because this latest news is massive. According to a new report out of CoinDesk, the XRP Ledger is now being used by a NASDAQ-listed pharmaceutical distributor to power payments for pharmacies across the United States. This is the kind of real-world deal we've been waiting for. Here's the scoop. Wellistics Health Incorporated, ticker symbol WGRX on NASDAQ, has announced a new payments platform built on the XRP Ledger. The rollout includes a network of 500 pharmacies and over 200 drug manufacturers. What does this system do? It allows independent pharmacies to pay for drug inventory instantly, bypassing traditional banking delays and avoiding expensive credit card fees. This means faster payments, lower costs, and smoother operations for pharmacies that have historically dealt with razor-thin margins. The program is also integrated with XRP, a pharmaceutical e-commerce and enterprise system. That gives it real-time tracking, lower settlement costs, and direct peer-to-peer transactions between pharmacies and distributors. Think about what that means. This is blockchain stepping into healthcare finance in a very tangible way. Now, the CEO of Wellistics, Brian Norton, said pharmacy owners have been incredibly supportive of this initiative, even more forward-thinking than many people in the healthcare industry assumed. And let's be honest, this is one of the first healthcare payment solutions at scale built directly on the XRP Ledger. That's why this is such a big deal. And here's the bigger picture. This is just another example of Ripple and XRP moving into critical infrastructure, finance, supply chains, now healthcare. Every time one of these launches, it adds credibility, utility, and demand to the ecosystem. This is how XRP cements itself as one of the most important digital assets on the planet. But let's zoom out for a second and talk about another major trend connected to this: the rise of staking and crypto yield systems. While XRP is proving itself in real-world adoption, the broader crypto market is also entering a new cycle, one where staking, restaking, and yield farming are becoming massive for investors, hedge funds, and even institutions. These firms aren't just buying tokens, they're generating yield, creating what I like to call crypto cash flow. When you compare it to traditional investments, whether it's real estate or bonds, the yield in crypto is often far higher. And the kicker? You still have upside potential on the asset price itself. Of course, there are risks, it's crypto, and nothing is guaranteed. But with the right knowledge, staking and yield farming can create continuous streams of income, even when the market is sideways. Most retail investors still don't understand how to build these kinds of portfolios, or identify the best projects. But that's exactly why this cycle is so unique. So, we're seeing two worlds collide here. On one side, XRP and Ripple leading the charge on real-world adoption with healthcare payments, and on the other, the broader crypto economy pushing into yield and staking systems that hedge funds are racing to take advantage of. Put them together, and you get the clearest signal yet that digital assets are no longer just speculation, they're becoming embedded into both global finance and real economic cash flow models. And make no mistake, when adoption and yield cycles align, that's when the next massive wave in crypto usually takes shape. So, here's my question for you. Do you think this pharmaceutical adoption of XRP is the start of more healthcare companies joining blockchain? Or is this just a one-off test case? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you think. Because for me, this is just the beginning. XRP is proving it has the best-in-class tech for payments. And when you combine that with institutional yield farming and staking strategies in other parts of the market, it shows we're heading into a very powerful phase of the crypto cycle. This is Crypto Labs News, and I'll see you in the next update.